at the post office. Look at all of these packages. Gonna bring them in and I'll be right back. All right, just got done with the post office. Crap load sent out. Just so you guys see this, it is not cheap to mail cuttings out. What's up, YouTube? Parked. Just got out of the post office, dropping off all the cuttings. I wanted to do a crazy format, almost kind of like a podcast where I just freaking talk what's on my mind about the hobby and the figs and all of that. And I drive a lot and I'm parked a lot and I just want to make content, and sometimes I just can't. So kind of I hope this works out, and I hope you just listen while I talk. I don't know if I'm going to keep my face up. I don't know if you want to see my expressions or whatnot. Let me know in the comments if it's something that you want to see more of. But there's a lot of things I want to do and say about the hobby and teach you guys that what I know. It's just I don't have a lot of time, and I'm a traveling salesman, so there's a lot of downtime on the road where I can kind of film some content. The reason I really want to start this is just kind of explain this whole cutting thing, and my whole reason for giving away my cuttings or asking for donations, and just to clarify that whole thing. I don't know. I paid for my cuttings when I first started. Cuttings aren't cheap. And I just feel weird asking for money for sticks. I understand there's an investment, and I know why people do it, to recoup some of their costs in the hobby, like fertilizer, utility bills, or whatever the case may be. As much as my family would need the extra money, it's not about that for us or for me. I just really want to share the hobby with as many people as I possibly can, and always do it in a way that I wish someone that got me into the hobby and kind of like big brothered me and just showed me the ropes, because hobbies are expensive. No matter what hobby you do, they're all expensive. My hobbies are generally always expensive because I always try to pick the best of the best stuff, right? Because that's just what I enjoy. My hobby is buying stuff for my hobby. I've said that multiple times. So in this whole cutting season, let me just straight out say I freaking hate cutting season. I don't want to throw away the cuttings. I don't want to charge people ridiculous amounts for cuttings. So last year I blasted out my Facebook page and said, hey, free cuttings. And the problem with that is I just got so many messages. And I had no problem with that. But I really want this kind of symbiotic relationship between me and the fig community, right? I want to thank, first of all of the people that watch my videos. I think they're silly, but you guys have really commented me and motivated me to pump them out, and you're telling me you guys are learning stuff, so that's super cool to me. But also, I don't know, I just want to help. So back to this thing about cuttings. Yeah, I hate freaking cuttings. It's a nightmare. It is. I wish you guys could see my messages that I get. I'm bombarded. It's a lot of work. Literally, I mailed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 packages last night. 15 total yesterday. It's a lot of work. And the whole goal of this really was to, again, back to what I was saying in the beginning, the main goal to this whole thing is to give back to the fig community, but also really jumpstart anyone that wants to get in the hobby, right? Starting off and buying, say, $50 worth of sticks with the possibility of you failing and them not rooting, it's just a really hard pill to swallow. So what I want to do is I want to, again, give cuttings to people that really are brand new to this hobby. Obviously, my VIP guys, you know, I take care of you. I think I hit every one of you guys, got you what you wanted, and that's just a thank you for supporting me from the beginning. But I really want to go back to the main roots and give back to the people that started. So what I'm gonna do is I have several cuttings that I'm gonna bundle together, and I'm gonna call them Basement Figs favorites. They're just not just thrown in cuttings. They're really what I believe every fig hobbyist or someone trying to get in the hobby should own. And we'll just go down the list and I'll kind of explain what I'm thinking about putting in this collection. So number one, everyone knows, if you've been watching my videos, Smith, no doubt, is the most amazing fig. It's just super reliable. The flavor's there, the texture's there, the productivity's there. It's made for our climate, or my climate, which is zone 6A, if you don't know. It's really good for humid temperatures. It's just a freaking workhorse. Every fig hobbyist that's in the hobby or getting into the hobby, it would be really silly for you not to have a Smith growing ASAP. The thing with Smiths is I got fruit the first year, the second year, and I'm on my third. I had my third year, going on my fourth year. My third year was bonkers with Smiths, right? I had a Smith, multiple Smiths per day, and I was just eating Smiths constantly. It's phenomenal. So in this bag, I should have enough to give everyone at least 2 Smith cuttings. I'm gonna have a limited amount of bundles I can do, but I definitely want to give people 2. If you guys got cuttings for me and you give me your list, like when you ask for a Black Celeste, and you guys know this if you open up your packages, if I ever publish this video, there's like 2 or 3 Black Celeste in there, right? I'm not just sending you 1 stick. I probably should maybe consider just putting 1, but the thing to me is, you got a Black Celeste, and what about if it doesn't root? It sucks. You can be bummed. At least you got 50% chance, or your chances increase if I give you more sticks, right? And I call them sticks because that's what they are, guys. Cuttings is just a fancy term for trying to make money. But yeah, so back to this list. Number 1 fig, definitely that I want to bundle in this starter bundle, is definitely Smith. So I should have enough to give X amount of people 2 Smith cuttings, just to increase your chances of rooting. It's not a very hard cutting to root, so you should be successful. I have multiple Smiths. At one point I had 13 to 14. I'm down to 7. If you get them both to root, you're lucky, and you should grow both of them all out. My strand is pretty decent in my opinion. I have no complaints about it. So Smith number 1. Another fig that I believe everyone should have in their collection, and some might argue, maybe some of the veterans might argue this, but I believe everyone should have Ronde de Bordeaux, or RDB is what it's called sometimes. It is a workhorse tree or fig. Little round, like maybe the size of a golf ball figs, berry flavor, just super productive. From very early, it'll start, producing figlets, probably one of the first trees to start producing figlets, and it'll continue to produce figs till the end of the season. I have 2, one Espalier and then one's gonna go into a 25-gallon. I'm just waiting for the form to work out. But another great fig. I probably will be only able to supply one RDB to X amount of people, but it's definitely a fig that everyone should have in their collection. Number 3 is gonna be a Mount Etna. So when if you guys have been in the hobby or new to the hobby, you'll start to see a trend in this fig community. They will blast the fig growers, or the fig sellers will blast the hype figs of the end of the season and try to make a killing of the air layers or the cuttings. When I joined the hobby, for some reason, Mount Etna's was the hot figs. They were talked about constantly on all the channels. And so that's all I really got into when I first started. So I have multiple Mount Etnas. Mount Etna is known to be a cold variety, but there's different strands of it. So Chicago Hardy is, for example, the most popular Mount Etna type. So in the bundle, I'm definitely gonna put one Chicago Hardy, just so you can grow it and you can kind of see what the baseline for a Mount Etna is. And then I haven't cut my Azuros Dark yet, or San Miguel Roxo is what it's called. But Azuros Dark, out of all the Mount Etnas that I've tasted, I've grown, my friends have grown, I believe it is the best Mount Etna. I believe every collection should have at least one Mount Etna. So in this bundle, you will get an Azuros Dark San Miguel Roxo and a Chicago Hardy. So in my opinion, you got the best one that's out there and the baseline. So you can kind of hopefully grow those both out and kind of experience why I believe the San Miguel Roxo or Azuros Dark is the #1 Mount Etna. I really want to add a sugar fig. I won't have enough cuttings to do that in this bundle, but if I was to recommend a sugar fig in my collection that I own, I was a big hyper on Improved Celeste when I first started, and then I've just fallen in love with Teramo. It is what I call the sugar bomb. The taste from year 1 and 2 and now year 3 is just amazing. Super productive. Again, if you only had one sugar fig and you had a Teramo and you are picking 2 to 3 figs from it during harvesting season a day, I believe that's like all we want. That's all we can ask for. I mean, it is pure brown sugar and honey, right? Like it's sweet. Doesn't need a lot of sun is what I'm noticing too. The colors vary depending on how much sunlight it gets. It goes from like a golden purple brown to like a deep dark purple brown with yellow tones. It's a cool looking fig. It's really a golf ball shape, so this is why I call it a sugar bomb, right? It's a ball and then a little stem. I sadly don't have enough to put in the bundle, but that's one I would recommend. Improved Celeste, you can't go wrong with. If I was to maybe do the hobby again, you know what sugar fig kind of impressed me, I don't know if it's considered sugar fig or honey fig, was Iranian candy, or sometimes it's called as eye candy. So if you can get your hands on that, that's a great option too. But all the sugar figs, for the most part, is just really brown sugar with maybe hints of caramel, hints of something, but they're all pretty much similar in flavor and taste. So let's talk about honey figs. I have grown to not care about, I started not liking honey figs or not being hyped about honey figs, and more into the berry, more popular, more fancy name figs for some reason. But season 3 for me was all about honey figs. I've sampled, I was blessed this year. Me and my friends had a great growing season. I don't know how many figs I've eaten this year, but I got a chance to taste a lot of figs. And in the variety of the honey figs, let me just say this, they all are so similar. You'd be happy to grow any of them. If I was to recommend a honey fig from this season, I would probably definitely recommend a yellow long neck. It is just a classic for a reason. I mean, I think why people don't pick it up as much is just because it's so common. But after tasting all the fancy honey figs out there, the yellow long neck is just got it all, right? It's got the size, it's got the sweetness. But what I'm gonna do in this bundle that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add, I don't have yellow long neck. I don't have enough of it actually, so I can't put it in. But I am gonna put 2 phenomenal options. One of my best fig eating experience, and I was so happy I caught it on camera, was eating the fake decay. I believe it's I'm 99.9% sure it's Atriano, I believe it's how it's pronounced. But that fig was amazing. Top 2 experience ever of eating a fig for me. It is a honey fig, super juicy, medium size, will get you about the 70-gram mark. I don't think it'll ever cross the 100-gram mark compared to a yellow long neck. But if someone was getting me into the hobby and I grew that and I ate a fruit from that, I would be extremely happy and proud of myself. It is a no joke fig, ridiculously productive. It's on its 3rd year. If you guys haven't seen that video, just watch the first 2 minutes of that video. I get really hyped about that fig. It was so good. My buddy Ilario came over. He had a chance to taste it, and I believe he'll say the same thing. It was probably a top fig eating experience for me. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put one of those sticks or cuttings into this bundle. If I had a top 5 list, a top 10 list, or whatever kind of list, it would never make the cut, but it would always make an honorable mention. I've been calling it the hidden gem of my season 3, and that's called Dr. Gawani. It is also another honey fig, but it's very unique in that it has a thicker skin, almost kind of comparable to a guava. It has a bit of a crunch to it, and then it's so weird. It's like a hybrid of has a hint of berry, a hint of sugar, a hint of honey. It was just amazing. I'm happy. Who heard of Dr. Gawani? I never did. I've been in the hobby 3 years. One of my buddies gave it to me, and I finally grew it and fruited it and tasted it, and wow, it is an amazing fig. I'm gonna put one cutting in the bundle there too, because yeah, it's just amazing. Another honey fig that I'm going to put in there is Golden Rainbow. Golden Rainbow is my first tree that I put in 25 gallon. I can't wait to show you guys a video of how I pruned it. It just looks really amazing. I'm so proud of how it's shaped. But Golden Rainbow was a highlight for me last year, because imagine growing a fig like the size of a baseball and grabbing it and biting into it like it was like an apple. And that's what the golden rainbow is. I mean, people should have it that in its collection just for the pure size and the experience of eating a fig that big. So we'll put again 2 Smith cuttings in there. We'll have the Chicago Hardy, we'll have the Azuros Dark, we'll have the Fake DK, a golden rainbow, and then I don't know what else I should put in there. I just wish I had more cuttings to give everyone, but I think, yeah, I think that's a good round. Oh, we need an Adriatic. The problem is Adriatic is the top cutting to get. I mean, White Madeira #1, Cessac, Basilica Sica, Battaglia Green, Strawberry Verte. All of these Adriatics are phenomenal. I sampled so many. They were my favorite figs 2 years ago, or the most excited for me to grow. And then I tasted a whole bunch of them this year, and they were literally all pretty much the same. They really are. My recommendation on getting or picking an Adriatic is probably, if I had to narrow it down to one, it'd probably be just a White Madeira #1, and not for taste or anything like that. I think the name is just so popular. It's one of those figs that it's like a Smith for the Adriatic, right? I believe it's one of the trees you can grow, take cuttings at the end of the season, and you can always sell a White Madeira cutting, and it'll pay for your fertilizer. It is probably the #1 ass cutting for me. My tree is very young. It's only in the 2nd year, but it's going in a 25-gallon. I'm going to have a crap load of cuttings next year. So I'm excited about that to share with you guys. If I could put a whole bunch of cuttings in these bundles, I would definitely put a White Madeira just for the option, so that you can grow an Adriatic. You can taste what a green strawberry flavored fig tastes like. And also eventually, hopefully, make some extra money on the side to just, or share with your friends. It's a really great fig. But all of them, all the same. If I had to pick a fig that I liked the most this year, it was probably a White Madeira #2. I know it's crazy. I've never even heard of it. But one of my buddies, Ken, he's a big time grower. Maybe, I don't know, 300, 400 different varieties in his property. And I sampled a White Madeira #2, and I was amazed. It stood out to me. Cessac is definitely, yeah. Cessac is if I was to grow one, it would be probably Cessac. I don't even know if Cessac's considered Adriatic. I think it is. I don't really not like. You want to know about figs and varieties and where they come from and all of that. Ross, the fig boss. I mean, that's what he's known for, right? Let me just say this. Ross has really impressed me in the last couple of videos. Like, of everyone who gets into the hobby, obviously starts and finds Ross and learns a lot from Ross. There was a period where I disagreed with a lot what he was saying. I also didn't enjoy his format. It was really long and drawn out sometimes. But he shortened his videos. He's pumping out some really good info. So Ross, I don't know if you watch my videos, but man, kudos to you. I don't know if someone whispered something in your ear, but you definitely found your groove, and the content has been pretty good in my opinion. So good job. But yeah, so if you want varieties, talk to him. You're pretty much watching me I think just to learn little tidbits of technique or info that I can provide for you guys. I mean, I'm only been in the hobby going on my 4th year, so I don't know a lot, but I do spend a lot of time doing the research. I think that's why I probably also don't make a lot of videos. I want my videos to kind of mean something and not just feel like I'm just diarrhea content where I'm just pumping out videos just for views and subscriptions. I want my stuff to really mean something, and if it takes me years to grow the channel, it's just gonna take years for me to grow the channel. But let me just say this, I took a little break from the hobby, I took a little break from video, and you guys motivated me to kind of pump out the videos, and I'm so happy to say I was allowed to be monetized on YouTube. And you know what's crazy? I haven't even submitted the form. I've been monetized for 3 months now. I don't know why haven't I submitted my paperwork to be monetized. I feel like, I don't know, I don't want it to take away from my authenticity or my realism of what I'm saying, right? I don't ever want this channel to be about making money, right? So yeah, so if you want varieties, talk to Ross, right, watch Ross. He's just all about varieties. So back to the Adriatics. Yeah, white Madeira #1 is probably my go-to just for money value. Again, with that being said, all the Adriatics tasting the same. Strawberry Verte was a highlight this year for me. I wish I had Adriatics to give. I just don't. But I might. I don't know. So what I'm thinking, right, is I have this variety. It's called a San Biagio. It's from Ponds. A really, really, at one point, rare variety 2 years ago. Like, I paid big bucks for this plant. And what it is think of it as a mixture of aggressive growing Ronde de Bordeaux, right? Ronde de Bordeaux grows ridiculously fast, puts a lot of nodes up, but it produces grape-size figs that taste like Smith with some acidic bite to it. Phenomenal fig. Really takes about 3 years for it to produce. It pumps out figs, but it just hasn't been there for me, so that's why I'm kind of hesitant in giving this variety out. But it's so productive. Like, I'm hoping season 4 for the San Biagio just blows my mind away, and I get to eat a lot of fruit. Like, it will, like my 15-gallon, it will produce about 40 figs on there, right? But I've only eaten like 4 or 5. It just drops them. I don't know if it needs if it's the variety is asking for more acidic soil or more more neutral or more more acid. Wait, or more alkaline, right? I might try. I have 2 of them. Maybe one of them I'll try putting more lime in, and see if that works and see if it holds. I'm just trying to be really patient and just let it grow out. But I was really excited when I owned that fig and I had the first fig. But I think that's what I'll do. I'll add one of those in, and it's just super rare, or it was at one point super rare, and I think it'll be kind of cool to have that plant from me, just because not a lot of people own it, and not a lot of people know about it. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. I'm gonna make this bundle. Really gonna dictate how many I can based off my Azuro's Dark. The other varieties I have plenty of still. I just need to cut down my Azuros Dark and see how many bundles I can make. And then what I'll do is I will post the list on my Facebook. If you're not on Facebook and you're into figs, it's kind of ridiculous. It's like this whole hobby is really the main communication is Facebook. You know, it's a generation, right? Majority of fig growers are in the age of 30 to 70, right? That's it. Facebook. They're not Instagram. They're not Snap. You know, they're not TikTok. They're Facebook. So if you're into figs, just to be in a fig group is a reason to join Facebook. I'm gonna post this list. I'm gonna post how many I have, and then this will be my biggest thank you for the season to the supporters and to future subscribers and people that follow me. Yeah, so it's gonna be $12. $12. You'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cuttings. Shipping, I showed you, right? $10.45. The most expensive one was $13.35. So I lost money there. Yeah, $12, guys. $12. Basement figs, favorite figs of 2024 is what I'll call it. I mean, obviously, I wish I had the other varieties to give you, and maybe next year I will. But this is my biggest thank you to, and hopefully get you guys inspired to just really share the hobby. I know if you bought cuttings for me or donated or I've given you or whatever the case may be, I generally always end my messages with a thank you, of course, but just pay it forward, right? World is crazy right now. There's not a lot of nice people anymore. I just hope that when you get your cuttings from me that are absolutely free, except for the shipping, of course, like when you're mad at someone or you're having a rough day and you just want to strangle someone, or I hope you just think of my kindness and that just stops you, and you just take a deep breath and you just go, you know, it's not even worth it. And that's kind of my whole goal. And yeah, guys, thank you to the donors. Oh my god, you guys freaking amazing. Like amazing. It was so hard for me to ask for money for my time on these videos and packing and cutting all these. Like, I would send, you know, you guys, you know, the conversations we had, donors. Like, your generosity is just amazing. Like, you let me be okay making this video right now and giving 7 cuttings away, 7 premiere cuttings away for free. So thank you, guys. Thank you, donors, and I just appreciate you guys. I got 3 videos to edit. They're just gonna pump out. I'm gonna post this probably sometime soon. I'm gonna watch it, see how stupid I sound. But if you guys are enjoying my content or you watch my videos and you haven't hit the subscribe button, just hit the button for me. It's just gonna help me stay motivated. It helps the algorithm. If you like what I had to say today, hit that like button. Feel free to drop comments. Please let me know if you like this format. This is really weird, just talking in my camera with not showing you anything. And we're going into about 35 minutes here. All right, guys. Peace, love. Gonna go try to make some money.